Hey babies, and good morning, and welcome to another edition of Nails Are a Lifestyle. Today we are in Forrestville, Maryland at the gorgeous Nail Couture Salon. I'll see you guys inside. Get ready for a surprise.
Hi, come on in. Welcome to Gorgeous Nail Couture.
Hi guys. We are out here in Forrestville, Maryland at the gorgeous Nail Couture Salon, and we are getting ready to get the salon tour started. We have another pink inspired nail salon, you guys. All right, Miss ELIJASHA, so let's get started with the tour. Let's get started. We're following you.
Okay, come on in. So here we have our receptionist desk and our waiting area, and we also have our nail polish station. We have over 300 polishes to choose from. We also have our own brand collections here.
So was this, you bought this like this or somebody made this for you?
No, I purchased this like this. And I did change out the doorknobs though.
Okay.
I had to do that, make it look cute. Here is where the magic happens.
The magic happens. Let's see what the magic happens.
We have our hand drying station. This is where.
Now, what station is this?
Our hand drying station.
Okay.
We have regular polish. And we have our nail tech stations over here. And then over here we have our pedicure stations. You can feel like a king or a queen.
Okay. Well, the chairs custom or they had already came like that?
The chairs are custom chairs.
I take it pink is your favorite color.
Yes, pink is my favorite color. If it comes in pink, I'm going to buy it.
Okay. What about the desks? Were these like this or you had to get these made?
No, these were also custom made as well to match our chairs.
Absolutely. The same person or a different company?
Yes, the same company made them.
What about the bowls?
The bows, they are all custom as well. These are actually acrylic bows. And what I did with the design for these bows is they actually all have removable jets in them. So we don't have to actually do a barbicide rinse with them because our jets are removable, which is more safer for our clients.
So you take the jets out and clean them that way? Is that
yes.
What you're saying?
Each jet is removable. It comes on out. And this here is where all of any dirt or anything like that would normally be at.
Okay.
In a normal nail salon, they aren't removable, and you're more susceptible for any germs, any bacteria, anything like that. But ours are removable, and we definitely sanitize it that way before each client.
Oh.
Here's our hand washing station that we have for our clients. We do have 2 sinks. So if when somebody's using this first one, definitely always go to the second one. More traffic, so definitely.
So what do you know what this was before you got here?
Yes. So it was a dog grooming station, a dog grooming place, and that's the most that I know of. Yes.
You guys have to see this right here. Oh my God.
Mm-hmm. Oh that's our horse, our unicorn.
Oh my God,
Angelica.
She is so cute. Where did you get that from? Angelica, hi.
She was I did the decor, the hair, anything with the flowers, but she was custom painted by Creep Customs. He did an amazing job.
Absolutely.
He did my exact vision.
Absolutely. That is so unique and different.
Thank
oh my
you.
God.
Come on. So here's our bathroom.
Pink, and more pink.
And more pink.
Okay.
And we also do have a pedicure room that I made just to make it easier for the techs on this time to do pedicures. It's super simple, super easy. Anything they would need, they will come in and grab a hard dish. And we have our stations for everything in regards to what the clients are getting, because we do offer different spa pedicures.
Okay.
So depending on what they are receiving, depends on what they get with their service.
How many different types of pedicures do you offer?
We have 3 different pedicure options. Our basic, and then we have our signature and our luxe.
Okay. All right. This is gorgeous. I love the setup. You know your square footage?
Yes. So we have 1,600 square feet.
Wow.
Downstairs is about 1,300, and upstairs is about 3.
So this is the downstairs, is what you're
Yes,
saying?
this is
Because
the
upstairs
downstairs.
is what? What do you have up there?
Upstairs is our employee break room and also where my office is.
All right. Okay. Okay, guys. We're just finishing up the salon tour at the gorgeous Nail Couture Salon, aka the Pink Palace. We'll see you guys in a second. We'll follow up with their interview. All right, guys, we just finished up the salon tour. We're here sitting with Miss Elijah, getting ready to do our interview with her. Hi, Elijah.
Hi.
I love your salon. This pink is giving me bad girl life. Bad girl life.
Thank you.
All right, so did you want to tell the people a little bit about yourself? Where are you from? How long you been doing nails? How long you been here?
Yes. Okay. So I am 28. I just turned 28 in August. I have been doing nails now for about 16 years. I've started doing nails ever since I was probably a little bit younger than 10 almost, just dibbling, dabbling. I became serious with nails when in 2017. I enrolled into nail school in 2018.
Where did you go to nail school?
I went to nail school in South Carolina.
Okay.
Greenville Nail Academy is where I went to, and that was really difficult. Actually, that was really difficult because my school was an hour and a half away, but my job I had to work 7 to 4, and my school was 6 to 10 p.m.
Okay.
So living an hour and a half away, I did that for 6 months.
Okay.
To get my nail license. That was 13,000 miles that I drove.
Oh, wow.
In order to get my nail license, and I do not regret it. I would do it again and again and again if it meant that it would lead me here.
So do you think you went to a good nail school?
Yes, I do think that I went to a good nail school. Now, I will say, when I was at the nail school, I didn't notice the amount of people that just woke up and was like, oh, I just want to be a nail tech. I thought it was all people that like, oh, I've been doing nails for so long, let me go ahead and get my education for it. No, I feel like that's what made my journey a little bit easier because I already knew the ins and outs when we were doing nail school. So like, when they talk about things about like primers, dehydrators, laying acrylic, it was all easier to me than my other classmates. They took it a little bit harder because they just woke up and was like, yeah, I'm gonna do nail school.
Gotcha.
So my journey receiving my license was super easy. I ended up finding a suite right before I got my license. I probably had like a month left to go. I found a suite. Started doing some clients here and there, and
this was still in Greenville.
No, so I never lived in Greenville. I was in Columbia, South Carolina at that time.
But you were still in South Carolina, period, though.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So I found me a little suite working with someone else. That was the way that she set it up. I couldn't really change anything. Kind of like if somebody was to come here. And then after that, I felt like I was elevating a little bit, had my clientele. I found me a little personality. So I was like, you know what? In her salon, it was like brown. So I'm like, okay, you know what? I want some pink in my life. I need something to open me up some. So then I was able to find a suite at Magic Hands in Columbia, South Carolina. And I made my suite literally look just like this. It was pink and gold. It was so inviting. I stayed there for about probably like 5-6 months. And then decided to move back home to Maryland.
So that's where you're originally from?
Yes, I'm originally from Maryland. So I decided to move back. And I never looked back ever since. I got here, left all my clients in South Carolina. I was just building up myself, getting my name out there. And then next thing you know, I'm leaving, coming to a new place, no clientele.
So why were you leaving? Is it?
Me and my husband just kind of decided like, let's try it. All he ever knew was South Carolina. I knew that South Carolina wasn't where I wanted my final place to be at. That's not where I envisioned my salon to be at, but I knew I wanted a salon. Didn't know when. I was thinking maybe when I was 30, I was going to get a salon. So I talked to him about it. We came up here, visited, and he's like, you know what? I really like it up here. I'm like, you do? You like it up there? Because it's fast paced here. It's not slow. South Carolina is so slow. So I was like, well, what you want to try? He was like, let me try to get a job. Got a job in like 3 weeks. I said, okay, you go ahead first. I'm coming after.
Okay.
So I packed up the house, came here. And then I had no direction. I didn't know what to do. In South Carolina, normally we get our clients from Facebook. Here, you get your clients on Instagram. I didn't know that. So I'm sitting here trying to find clients. I couldn't find anybody. I started doing popular people's nails for free just so that they could promote.
Popular people where? Here?
In
Like
DMV. Like, let me see. I did Maya Reggie. She is a model. Yeah, she's a really good model actually. I did somebody else's Piper. She's a model. She does things. She's also she's like, I guess, like a DMV activist a little bit, I guess you can kind of say. She's super sweet. Another person's nails I did, her name is Yasmin, I believe. Jasmine or Yasmin, I can't really remember her actual name. She's super sweet too. And all of these people, like, you know, reaching out to these people, they would bring me clients, like, just by them posting me on their Instagram or something like that. And it worked. It worked for what it needed to work for.
Gotcha.
And then they started helping me bring in clients. Of course, I was still promoting myself, bringing in my own clients, doing nails for super cheap. You know, that's the type of stuff that you have to do in order to get your name out there, because word of mouth travels fast. And then COVID hit. So then I couldn't do anything. So I thought.
So you were in the suite when COVID hit, right?
No, I was not. I was in my house.
Okay.
I had just moved here. I was actually going back and forth to South Carolina. I moved here in August of 2019. And I tried to get some clients. I was like, oh, this is not working. You know, bills still needs to be paid. Rent still is due. Yeah. So I said, you know what? I'm just going to have to go back and forth to South Carolina. So every month I would go back to South Carolina at the same place that I had my suite at Magic Hands in Columbia. And then I would ask her, hey, can I rent out a room? Sure. I was doing all of my clients. I was probably making, when I go there, I would make about maybe $600 or $700. I would come back. That would be enough to kind of handle my bills for the most part. And then I would do it the next month all over again.
So how long would you stay down there?
I would stay down there for about a week.
Okay.
And do my clients, not really a week, maybe about 4 days. I would come in, have that as my day to set up, and then my breakdown day. So I would be there for about 5 days, but one day was set up, one day was kind of breakdown, see family type thing. So I was doing nails for maybe 3 or 4 days, all day.
Did that feel like a burnout to you doing that?
It did, because you weren't doing, like, you're not charging extra for you traveling there. And, you know, I have to, now luckily we did own our house in South Carolina, so I didn't have to pay for a hotel or anything, but like still I had to eat, the gas to get there. I had just purchased a new car. So all of those things, but I knew I had to hustle in order to make the money.
I used to travel to North Carolina to do nails because my mom, I was going to make a transition to move there because my mother was already living there. So I started going down there every other weekend to build a clientele. But I did charge extra for, you know, myself. But even the salon I used to work in, the lady was like, you probably need to lower your prices down. I was just like,
no, you can't, right?
Was just like, they're paying it because I'm offering something different, but I'm looking at the day and time is just like she probably was charging like $35 for the hairstyles. I'm just like, listen, I can't. It takes me 4 or 5 hours to drive down here. I'm not going to be able to do that.
And I never even thought about like, oh, I should be charging extra. I never thought about it. It was because I was like, shoot, I need the money. So at that time when I first moved up here, things were a lot cheaper than it was now.
It was.
Like my rent was $700.
Yeah, it was
between me and my husband. So that wasn't really too bad. I didn't have that many bills, but I also was still doing some clients here. Like some, like, you know, I was probably doing maybe 6 clients a week here, but that was also, you know, I was getting up there and I had enough stuff. Like monomer, you know, that's the only thing I really had to buy, because as a beginner nail tech, a lot of people, they buy all of that stuff that they don't need. A lot of design and decals and stuff like that. I had enough of that. All I needed to keep my supply up was my monomer. Honestly, that was it. So I didn't have a lot of expenses on that end. So that was great. So going down to South Carolina, I would see my profit plus my clients that I had here. I haven't worked a job since 2018.
Well,
and I said that I was not going back.
Amen for that.
Thank you. Everything has been just nails, nails, nails. So I did what I had to do to get where I needed to be. When the world shut down, I felt like I was going to shut down, because I'm like, you already ain't had no clients. Now you can't even go back to South Carolina to get the little bit of clients that you did have.
It was a scary time. I know.
It was a scary time. It was scary. But I did have, like I said, a few clients. So, you know, I was like, you know what? Okay, let me just wrap up this last week taking clients. So unbeknownst to me, those clients was telling other people like, yeah, my nail tech had a few spots. So now I'm getting all these text messages. Are you doing nails? Are you doing nails? I'm like, y'all, the world just shut down. No, I'm not supposed to be doing these nails. I'm like, you know what? Okay, maybe I'll take you. Okay, I'll take you. And then me and my husband, we were scared because he was already going to work because he was essential.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to work. I'm over here at home trying to still work. And I'm like, I can't bring these people in my house. And I said, well, what else are you going to do to make money? I said, okay, just, mask up, wipe everything down in between these clients. Like, you're just going to have to do what you have to do. And I understood and I accepted the fact that I probably was going to get COVID. I understood that. I told my clients, like, hey, if you want to come to me, this is what's going to happen. And also, I'm charging a fee for taking you during COVID because I have to now, in between each client, take 30 minutes precaution just to make sure that everything is wiped down so that nobody catches COVID, so that nothing happens. Everyone is safe. And I was okay with that. I was fine. I ended up actually going to Florida like 2-3 weeks, I think, in from when the world kind of shut down. I caught COVID.
Okay.
Caught COVID. I was out for a month and then came in, had some people clean our house, really scrubbed that thing down and went right back to working. I went making...
And you were still working in the house at that time?
I was still working in my house, but people were coming. I had people coming from Pennsylvania. At first, what I thought, when she told me where she was like, yeah, I came from Dallas. I'm like, man, Dallas is far. And then next thing you tell me you come from Pennsylvania just to get your nails done because the world is shut down. That's crazy to me. So I went from making literally, I don't know, maybe $1,000 a month here doing nails to making $6,000 a month. And the world is shut down. So I can't spend my money nowhere. So after that, I was like, okay, I got to get these people out of my house. I got to find a suite. Went to try to go look for a suite. I said, man, paying $200-$300 for a nice size suite a week. I said I could probably find me a salon by that time.
Yeah.
I started looking up places. I saw all of these places like, Marlboro Pike, anywhere that was on a more popular place. I was like, yeah, I need that. And I started looking, I was like, man, I rented $6,000. And then I said, okay, you know what? I can't find what I'm looking for. I told me and my husband, got in the car, we're going to go drive around. Because I know there's more places than what's staying online.
Yeah, all the time.
Always is,
all
right?
The time.
I found this place and I said, you know what? That's going to be the place. The first day that I came here and I toured this place, I paid my deposit for my furniture the same day because I just knew I was going to get it. He called me and was like, well, there's some other people that have been renting with us for a long time, but they actually take priority over any new people. And they actually are looking for the space. And I said, okay, that's fine. I know I'm going to get the space, so it's okay. He called me back like 2 or 3 days later. Yep, the space is yours.
Mm-hmm.
I already knew. I already knew. I already prayed about it. God had already told me. So I already knew. So here I am thinking I'm going to get my first salon at 30. I signed my lease here at 23.
This is a great size nail salon. So when you got here, like how long did it take for you to actually get other people in here?
So when I first started, I did start with booth rent because I signed my lease here in July. I found out in September that I was pregnant.
Oh, wow.
And I promise you, I say it all the time. Had I known when I signed my lease in July that I was pregnant, I was already 3 months pregnant. I would not have done it.
You wouldn't have done it.
I would not have done it. And I feel like God definitely does things for a reason because all the blessings that I've received from just owning this place, I would have missed out on so many opportunities, so many great things, helping other people as well. So I'm glad that it happened that way because I would have thought, a new nail salon and a baby, how am I going to do that?
I know.
All the money that it takes to have that, I could be putting that into my baby, stuff like that. But no, I started with booth rental because I just felt like, well, I always wanted to do commission. But I said, let me try to get the ins and ropes first. With commission, you're in charge of everything, like inventory, employees, all of those things like that. I said, that's a little bit rushed for me, especially with me being pregnant. So I did start out with booth rental. I just put it out there, hey, I'm opening up a nail salon. Kind of showed like little pictures here and there of when I was opening it up. If anybody is interested in wanting the salon home, come on my way. So at first when I opened, I had enough spots for me and 3 other people. So 4 stations. When I did open, all stations were filled. So that was really, really good. And I felt like I wanted to give people an opportunity to kind of start, just like how I was given an opportunity.
Right.
Just to get out there. Even though it was booth rental, sometimes doing the suites, $300, $400 for a suite, I feel like is crazy a week. You know, so I said, my place is pretty. I'm offering the same thing that they're offering. I mean, more. I'm offering my polishes. You don't even get that if you're doing a suite. You have to have your own everything, your own desk, your own chairs, your own pedicure stations, towels, all of that. At least when you come here, I gave you a stepping stone. All you needed to supply was your actual supplies, but the polishes, towels, had all that. So I felt like that was the best way for me.
How much was you charging back then when you started?
So when I first opened, it was $150 a week. $150
what year was that?
Week. This was in 2020.
Yeah, that's about right. That's yeah. Okay, that's fair.
$150 a week, and then I actually did like an introductory price for them, just so you can kind of see how you like it and everything like that. Your first week was $75, and then after that it went up to the $150. And then after 2 months of you kind of being here, seeing how you, I'm sorry, not 2 months, after about 3 weeks, I think it was, of you being here, seeing how it was for you, then your booth rent went up to $200. But actually, I'm sorry, the booth rent didn't go up to $200 until about, I would say about 6 months later, it went up to $200 because the world started getting a little expensive.
Yeah.
So it went up to $200. So their first time here was $150 for their booth rent, and I think I did like the first week was like $100 a week or so like that, and also Wi-Fi included, security cameras, you know, all of those things that you're going to be able to have in a salon space that you're not really going to have probably everywhere else.
Gotcha.
So that's been my journey. And I did booth rental for 4 years. And then I always knew, like I said, I wanted to do commission, but you have to be ready for that. That's a lot of responsibility.
Are you doing it now? Or you
yes, I am. When I did my revamp, I just did my revamp. So I'm now doing commission based where I'm supplying everything.
So is the whole salon commission based? If somebody wanted to come and do booth rent, could they or?
No.
Okay.
We are no longer doing that. And the reason for that is because while booth rental is great, you have to also think about they are their own business inside of your business, but clients that's coming in, they don't know that. So they don't see that.
Right.
So let's just say, like, you know, my business itself, all you see when you're walking in here is Gorgeous Nail Couture. You see my phone number, you see my website. So if something goes on with their nails or if something happens with them themselves, they're going to want to come to the business, but not the person that did their nails business. Gotcha. Because they did not know that that's what they're doing, that they're walking into that until they get here, maybe not. They still think it's probably my business. And also just everybody doesn't govern themselves the same as far as customer service, as far as work ethic, work quality. It's not all the same. So I want, when people come into my business, and this is actually my business, I want my customer service to match up. Everybody should have it all the same way across the board. We all should be doing services the same way across the board. Your quality should all be the same way across the board. We shouldn't be doing, like, you know, half great work, somebody's doing half good work. I didn't really want it to be a type of place where, oh, go to her, she's the one that's the best. Or go to this person, don't go to that person. I wanted everybody to be able, it doesn't matter who you go to. They're all great. Absolutely. They're all great. And that's what I wanted to teach the individuals that I hired.
So how long have you been doing commission?
I've been doing commission now since May.
Okay. And I definitely will say it definitely depends on the type of salon the person may have, because you can have a salon and you could be doing booth rent for maybe 5 years. You kind of cap yourself off as a salon.
Exactly.
On how much you can make, because too many increases, the person's just going to go into a suite anyway. So I guess it depends on the end goal of the owner and the type of environment that you're trying to attract and bring in. So
that was a big thing too.
Yeah, it has its ups and downs. And I've had a couple of salons and I've done booth rent and commission. Commission is definitely a lot of work. It's a lot of work, especially if you are a nail tech. If you're not a nail tech, then it's a little different. But I guess you figured out your balance.
Yes.
In this. Because how many days are you working?
I actually work. Well, when I started doing booth rent, I was working 5 days a week.
Okay.
Now with the commission of the salon, I work 6 days a week.
Because you want to be here? Is that what it is?
Yes, more so because I kind of want to be here, and also with doing commission, let's just say your employee can't make it in. Somebody has to be here to open. Somebody has to be here to close if they have to leave early. So you got to be here. You have to be here. So
is the salon closed?
Only on Sundays.
Okay, and that's your day off.
That's my day off, where I just can actually put my work phone to the side and enjoy Elijah.
You're gonna have to at least get you maybe second in command, some type of assistant or something before burnout comes in.
Yes, I always said that when I got 4 steady girls, that really 3 steady girls, that I would actually have to go ahead and hand that off to somebody else, because I have a lot of roles right now. Because just like you said, if you're actually a nail tech, or if you're not a nail tech, it makes the job even more difficult or easier. So if you are a nail tech, now you have to be a nail tech. You have to be the salon owner. You have to be the receptionist. You have to be the admin person. But normally, if they're just a nail tech and if they're not a nail tech and they just hire nail techs, you don't have to do all that. All you doing is really being admin and being an owner. But
so do you have the type of system, since they're on commission, are they checking out their own clients? Like, how does that work?
So yes, they are checking out their own clients, but the system does not calculate, I would say, their percentages. So
right, I mean, that part I understand, because that wouldn't be done until the end of the week. I was just saying, like, do they come up here? Is it something on their phone?
Yes. So we do have a salon app where they can check their own clients. They can add in clients as well on their phone as well, but see their schedule, and they can also come up here and see their schedule as well. And checking out clients, they do have to check out their own clients. And if the services are split up, then it's easy for them to go say, oh, I did her manicure, but I did her pedicure type of situation. But everybody that is the salon's clients itself, they all have a system to check out on. My personal clients is different. I do not use the system to check out with my personal clients.
So what's your percentage here as far as for your...
So it's 60-40 is what I normally kind of start out with. Now, however, I do have some techs, and I've had some techs in which maybe they never done pedicures before that much unless they was in school. So until I feel like their work actually looks pretty good, then we'll start on like a 70-30, just so I can check out their work a little bit, especially with their speed and everything like that. Try to not bombard them with too many clients as well, because you don't want to do too much, like, have 4 or 5 clients and they're not able to keep up with that. So we start out with 70-30 for about a month, see how they're doing, and then I'll bump them up to 60-40, because that's just normally the standard.
Gotcha.
As long as their work is actually matching.
Okay.
So we do it.
Now I know you said you get a lot of you still get a lot of clients from Instagram. Yes. I get more clients from Facebook. Well, when I was taking clients like that. Mine now just come pretty much from referrals, but I still got most of my clients from Facebook. Instagram doesn't work for me.
No, my goodness. Instagram was not working. Like, I just felt like in South Carolina, Instagram was not it. We actually had a group back in Columbia. It was like I forgot what they called it. It was like stylist nail tech group. And anybody could go in there and be like, hey, I need a nail tech at 3:00. And everybody would be like, I got you. Okay, show me your pictures. Boom, boom, boom. Somebody would just pick from there. Oh, I need this on this date. Boom. You put your information out there. And that is how I got the majority of my clients, and also word of mouth from doing that. So doing that one person, then they go tell their friends or whatever. That's how I got it. Instagram, I do get word of mouth a lot right now, but Instagram is where it's at. All these people do all day here, DMV Nail Tech. DMV Nail Tech. DMV Nail Tech. That's all they put in. Everybody pops up, and they end up looking at the salon like, oh my gosh, this is somewhere where I want to be at. That's
great. I'm happy for you.
Thank you.
I am.
And that's another thing that I did learn from doing the free nails from the different girls. They'll be like, you don't post on your Instagram. And I'm like, yeah, I don't want to get clients from that. They was like, we use Instagram up here, so you need to post. And I said, okay. And another thing they used to tell me, why don't you show your face on Instagram?
You're like a ghost tech.
Yes,
they need to be part of your life.
And I'm just like, y'all should be looking at the nails. Like, why do you want to see what I look like? And once I started, showing my face more, a lot of people were booking more because they're like, oh, I know what you look like.
Yeah.
Like, why? Why do they want to know my likes?
Because say like if you were posting nails for 4 years, like it starts to get boring. When people come and get their nails or their hair done, they're kind of walking into a fantasy. They want to feel different for that day, and whatever your personality is, it trickles down to them, and they need to feel that they want to be a part of that. That's why it's important to show your face, just show a little bit of your life, so they know that it's just real. Because a lot of times the pages that are just showing nail trends, they might get a like, but they're not looking to see who actually done the nails. They're not trying to go to the people. It's just for show.
That makes sense, because when I started like trying to show a little piece, I guess, because my Instagram that I have now, my business Instagram, it was my personal Instagram that I transformed into my business Instagram. So I was like, okay, this is my business, so I need to show stuff about my business, not about me. So then I actually ended up making like a personal Instagram. And I'm like, okay, well, clients, maybe y'all can follow my journeys there if y'all want to see me do stuff. But I felt like once I got the salon itself is when I started really posting myself. But when I was back at Sweets, back at my home, I would post like, oh, I'm going on a trip. Oh, I'm here at dinner. I would do that. But I just felt like once I got a brick and mortar location, I shouldn't be doing that. I don't know.
You shouldn't be doing?
That's what I felt like. Maybe I shouldn't be doing that because those people don't want to see that. They want to see the nails. That's what I felt like. But I just recently learned, like, no, they want to see your journey
and party and how you doing today? How are the children? Like it's a getaway. It's a getaway as an escape for them as well.
I get that now. And during my whole journey of my revamp, I recorded so much of content during this whole journey so people could feel like they were with me while I did it. But I didn't, I wouldn't say I was being secretive with my journey. I was at first. I wasn't even going to.
You just wanted to be a surprise.
I just wanted to pop out. But, one of my clients, they was like, that's going to bring people in. That's going to get them wanting to come here even more because like they're anticipating when you're actually going to be up. And I'm like, okay, fine. Okay, fine. But I just felt like when people see that you're trying, then they start trying to pray against you and doing stuff against you or trying to sabotage you or anything like that. So I'm just like, you know what? My whole life, I've been kind of real subtle about it. Even when I opened this place, I would post little small stuff like, oh, here's me doing the towel. Oh, we got our furniture in. But I wouldn't post like me actually doing anything like, oh, here's me setting it up. Here's me doing this. Like, here's me making all these calls and doing all these like stuff, emails and stuff like that. But I realized how important it is to do that because people want to see your journey. People want to see how you got from 0 to 1 million.
Yeah.
So I can say now that that's more of what I'm on, bringing up people along with me now, so I can help other people because I didn't know how inspiring it was. I didn't have no business role model, nobody to really help. Like literally everything, getting my furniture from China, all of that stuff. I had to figure all of that stuff out on my own. I had absolutely no way, no idea, nothing to follow on how I was supposed to do anything. Just myself. So when people come and ask me now, I'm like, oh yeah, sure, I can tell you. It's really easy. All that gatekeeping stuff, no, because we need more people to help each other.
Gatekeeping is so unnecessary, and I've realized that the circle that I have now, the mastermind circle, like, because I paid for a lot of courses, I invested myself. When I'm asking people that's already making millions a month, the information they give me is limitless. They're not trying to hold anything back because they see that I've already invested in myself.
Right.
Now, to me, it shows a broke mentality when you're asking somebody something and they be like, well, they might say, they won't tell you where they got it from, or they just be like, well, you got to work hard, just stay consistent. I ask you a specific question.
Exactly. I know I have to work hard.
Yeah, I don't need motivation, honey. I need an answer about this and this. And if
I need guidance.
That's fine. But the gatekeeping is so unnecessary. And I realize there's been a difference since I've shifted. My circle has shifted. And now anything that I need, I can just call somebody and I can get the answer because I'm invested in myself. So that's a good thing. All right, Miss ELIJASHA. So now that we're coming down to the end of the interview, is there anything that you would like to tell the people that I forgot to ask? Maybe the new nail techs, aspiring nail techs, people in your area, consumers. What would you like to tell them?
Actually, yes. So in this industry, there are going to be a lot of people, for some reason, that they look at you and they see you as competition. Don't know why, but they do. Being nice and being professional will always hurt and speak louder than matching their energy. So just don't do it. Your work will always speak for yourself for you. So just keep that in mind. And also, beginner nail techs, please remember those classes, those courses that you're taking, they won't do anything for you. Just go to nail school. Please save your money, go to nail school. Also, practice never makes perfect. So if somebody keeps telling you practice makes perfect, that's not true. Perfect practice makes perfect. So if you're doing something wrong and you're doing it wrong continuously over and over again, you're never going to get better because you're doing it wrong. So practice it better to make it perfect, and then perfect practice will make perfect. Okay. For my consumers out there, y'all come give us a chance. Try me out. You'll love it here. I know you will. And anything you're not satisfied, come see me and I will make sure that you leave satisfied. I built this salon literally from nothing, from the ground up. I built my brand. So I care about it so much. It really means a lot to me when I see people really wanting to come and support a young Black owned business. It really means a lot to me. And I know it does to the other Black owned businesses as well. Spend your money where it's valued.
So, do you have a website, or tell people how to find you on your socials?
Yes. So we are on Instagram. We're on Facebook, Gorgeous Nail Couture. And we do also have a website, www.gorgeousnailcouture.com, that you can learn a little bit about myself, how I got started here as well. You can book an appointment there, see our gallery, see any pictures. And also you can buy gift cards, anything for your mom, sisters, cousins, or anything like that as well.
All right, guys, that wraps it up for today. We will see you next week for another edition of Nails is a Lifestyle. Miss ELIJASHA, give me a hug, darling.
Thank you, Selena.
You're
Great
welcome.
meeting you.
All right, guys, we'll see you next week.